Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you are getting this, since these are timeless. And Jehovah never stops loving you at 11 seconds there. So I'm just feeling the energy come, and it's time to start doing these zodiac readings. However, I find myself being really called to Taurus, and like Taurus just keeps coming in my head, and Taurus just keeps coming in my head. So I'm like, all right, maybe it's time to do the Taurus reading. So let's see what's going on here. Jehovah, come on down, please, and just protect us and our energies, and just bless us with that love and light. Keep the father of lies away for these clear, direct, insightful messages, because you, Father, love to show your children what's happening before it happens. Thank you, Father, for this day. Thank you, Father, for my friend here who needs your help. Something might be ending here, you guys. But of Wands trying to come out. This also could be your home, stability, security. This could be the outer shell of your heart. This also could be your twin flame. So, Jehovah, can you just, yes, we will do a secret message. But for Taurus, though, Jehovah, what's going on with Tauruses? What is going on with Tauruses? Ending to a lover situation here, or an ending because you had to make a decision? This might be your twin flame like we talked about. Something within your home here. Taurus is Jehovah. Gonna need some strength, like we all do every day, don't we? Inner and outer. Thank you, Jehovah. Thank you, thank you. Lots of moons out there, huh? Whoop. Yep, that's a confirmation. All right, so Jehovah, where's the secret message going to be? Right there. All right. So, I'm just going to set that aside right there, you guys. Okay, Taurus says, thank you for being here. Let's take a drink. If you have your coffee too, 222. Your drink or whichever it is. All right, Jehovah. Oh, man. I really just felt the need to release there. A big breath. I feel like you're just under a lot of stress, and it's just getting to this point where you're like, okay, I need to settle myself because I'm so overwhelmed. Or maybe there's just too much going on, like sensory overload, kind of maybe here, Taurus. I'm really just feeling like you haven't grounded yourself on the inside, so everything that's not grounding you on the outside as an earth sign, it's very hard for you to find this balance between 311, between what's going on around you and what's going on within you, okay? So Jehovah, let's find some clarification on that through our reading, please, and help us give our Taurus here the right guidance. So Jehovah, what's going on with Tauruses here? All right, so we've got a few cards. Wow. So we've got two in the flipped upright, and then we have one that didn't. So let's look at these two first. So the first one that comes out here is this Four of Cups energy in the negative. And you guys, I just got this yesterday, and I feel like it's just this new shift in the energy, right? So now you're at this point where, Taurus, you're having a really hard time grounding yourself emotionally. I mean, the moon is here, cups is here, water is here. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, or this is reflected in your chart, or who you're dealing with romantically, whoever is in your heart space. You know, we already talked about that Four of Wands coming out, and that to me is your outer shell of your heart too, right here at 411. See, thank you, Jehovah. And it's this outer shell of your heart that takes over the balance of your heart space, right? You have this security, you have the stability, there's the passion there, there's the balance between the two masculine energies within you and the balance within the two feminine energies within you, the positives and the negatives, and you have to balance those all out. And right now, dear, like I'm telling you, you are having the hardest time. My friend, this is not a fun situation to be in, huh? Because your heart is just breaking here at 444. God is telling you, I have a whole cup to offer you, a cup to overfloweth with love and truth and wisdom and perception and you're denying it. And it's not like you mean to, because of course we don't know what we're doing, right? But at the same time, we're so stuck in this emotional storm, this sea of storm. The storm's coming up for some reason. Rocky waters, very emotional, treacherous here. You're having a very hard time stabilizing your emotions here, Taurus. And I don't blame you. This is really hard shit, but I'm very proud of you for what you're doing, and everything that you've done so far is great. I'm very proud of you. Keep working at it, because you have to continue. You know, you can't just lay one sandbag down when the storm is flooding in. You have to put up a whole sandbag barrier. And that's what Jehovah's telling you to do, is I'm here to help you balance out what is rocking you where it doesn't need to be rocking you. You've allowed this emotion to flood in and rob your heart space here, because it's a den of robbers, 555. That's what the devil does. He has many masks and many forms throughout many energies too, to sneak into your house here and break it, turn it upside down, because you allowed him to. You allowed him to take over this power, 611, the father of lies himself, through your masculine or through your feminine that's just taken over your heart space here. We've allowed it because the devil can't come in and rob our house until he takes care of the person who owns the house first, right? Otherwise, the person who owns the house will be strong enough to outsmart him and won't let him break in. Right? So there's this huge energy, I feel, of just, you need to have this grounding. You really need to take a step this week, or just, okay, for the next week, I guess. Whenever you get this message, my friend, it doesn't matter. Just the next week. Do 7 days at a time after you're doing 1 day at a time. Don't worry about tomorrow, and don't worry about next week. Just worry about today, because that's all that we are promised. And there's a time for everything. Jehovah tells us that. So right now, you're just so stuck at these 3 cups that knocked over and emptied out and gave you remorse and regret and this emotional trauma, right? When really 711, Jehovah's saying it's emotional redirection. And now you have this 4th cup waiting for you to take this positive power onto. So then you can sit there in your power, balance yourself on this water versus air here, instead of drowning in your flesh, you're sitting on top of it, because it's not as strong as you are. It's weak, and therefore the spirit is strong. And so you just have to follow your intuition here. You need to really listen and take it up to our doctor and his nurse practitioner too, Jesus Christ and Yeshua. I resonate with them as Jehovah Yeshua, and I understand that you might resonate with them as God Jesus. So I use all 4 terms. So here we are, stuck in this negative 4 of cups. This is, you're trying to figure out why something didn't work. How can something work, and how comes it's killed you? And if you don't continue positively, what's going to happen is the 5 of cups is going to come along, and it's just complete 811 disappointment, defeat, tragedy, remorse, heartbreaking, more worse than what you've been feeling right now. And we don't want that. And the next card is the 6 of Swords here, which is leaving troubled waters behind. And didn't I talk about a stormy sea? Because I did not even know that that card was there yet. So now Jehovah's telling you, look, I've got 6 swords right here to continue all of this going for you. Because if you put a barrier around this here, this force field where it would end at, it would be a wheel and it would keep going, and you're able to leave, you're able to travel, right? And this is the truth. Swords are our mental thoughts. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is here. You have air in your chart, or you're dealing with someone, your masculine, feminine or whoever got you in this position here, besides yourself. You're having a hard time walking away from it, 911. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, Yeshua, you are so incredible. Thank you. 911, it means Jesus is within you and around you. And he's right here. He's always right here. I'm so proud of you for being here, and thank you for having this time with me. Wounds in the light, we recover our heart spaces for Jehovah, and we choose to accept it and recover. And it's really important to me to be a safe place for you individually. No one has to know that you're working on your heart space here besides me and Jehovah Yeshua. So let's get back to this. So you're leaving troubled waters behind, or this is where you're kind of just stuck at here, okay? Because look, you've got Four of Cups, trying to stay out of the Five of Cups. But then you've got Six of Swords here in the positive. So you've already defeated the Five of Swords. So you already know logically what you should be doing here. It's just very hard. 10, 10, 10, 11. Thank you, Jehovah. It's very hard to stop what's no longer serving you, accept a new acceptance, and then to continue on. 10, 10, a new ending, a new beginning. And then 10, 11, the ascension of that new beginning. So Jehovah's telling you, when we're just focusing on our flesh state of mind, which is all of our emotions, because our first powerhouse is our flesh state of mind, and then our second powerhouse is our spiritual state of mind. Our heart runs the whole damn thing. It is the nucleus. It's nucleus of the soul here, held in our heart space. So now we have the root chakra, which is I am. If you woke up today, you have a root chakra. I mean, we have all of these, but it's literally just, if your soul is living, your root chakra is on and it's activated. This is just who you are as a person. However, now who you are as a person and who you're showing up as is now radiating to your sacral chakra, which is where all of your emotional energies are held, all of your physical energies are held, 1111, all of your sexual energies are held. And then that's why just more water, that's more trapped there above who we are, right? So then our third chakra comes into place, our solar plexus chakra, right underneath our heart here. And the solar plexus chakra reflects what we're going to do, or I act after we've decided and accepted how we feel, even if it's in the wrong, because we're not knowing what we're doing, right? We're not in control. So once those can all three positively refuse together and activate and illuminate upwards with Jehovah's energy current, the sunlight, the sun himself, Jehovah, that solar plexus energy is going to connect with Jehovah's energy through the sunlight, and it's going to activate through your heart space, which is just this lighthouse within you, because you're a lampstand, right? As you're stuck in this test tube, as our spirit is trafficked within our flesh. So then once our heart space goes up and enlightens, therefore the throat chakra comes into place and the truth is spoken. 1211, and then it goes up into our third eye, and what we see is the truth, and we will talk about what we've seen. We will speak the truth about what we've seen. And then now our crown chakra, which is I know, a 1221 there. Oh my gosh, he's brought that out so much lately. 1221 is a 3 and a backwards 3 reflected, and when they can fuse together appropriately, it's 8, infinity. Once you can get this balance within your chakras here, it's like you're a chirograph, and that's what the flow of energy has been studied about from years and years and years, which I've already explained in the math and science videos at the beginning of this channel. So now your spiritual state of mind is stuck in your flesh state, because your heart and all of this upwards is, I mean, it's all just energy. We can't see it anyway. If a doctor cuts into your body, they're not going to be able to fight it. But this is how God connects with you. This is how Jesus works through you. Jesus is the transformer to get your heart opened to be able to, Jesus is the heart space. So we hear no evil, speak no evil, and see no evil. Does that make sense now? So then when we're stuck in our flesh state of mind here, we're holding it all from our emotions, not logically, head over heart and heart over head. And this is very, very hard to learn, but this is what is required of us as we're following God and loving him. 1330, oh gosh. So in this deck, the 13th card is child, and then 31 is the sun, Jehovah. And so whenever I see 1331, I just think of father, son, son and father, child, all that. So here you are, my friend, my dear Taurus. You're having a horrible time studying your ship here on rocky seas, but we both know that smooth seas do not make good sailors, and Jehovah's giving you all this wisdom, all of this experience, all this love and light, and this victory, hopefully, if you can walk past this baggage of yours here. So let's see what this card was that came out. Three of Wands in the negative. Yeah, this makes sense, because so the steps before this, energetically wise, is a brand new spiritual start, a brand new passionate start, a brand new low vibration start, which you're healing, we're growing, right? We're working on it together. And then the Two of Wands comes in, which is the spiritual dominion. It's like you've been through a little bit with this new spiritual area in life, and you're not quite sure where to go, but now you're getting the hang of it. However, this was in the negative. So you're sitting at this Two of Wands to Three of Wands energy here because you're blocked emotionally. And this new spiritual start for you cannot continue to happen when you're blocked and imbalanced in another area in your heart space here. So you're really trying to figure out at this point how to walk away, or you're not realizing that you need to walk away. And you're kind of just getting to this point where this passion inside of you is overruling this emotion here. Because it's just adding fuel to the fire, really. And Three of Wands here is in the negative, and you guys, we already saw that Four of Wands trying to come out in the positive. So that's why I'm saying you have a victory coming. And here it is. And Jehovah's like, if you're able to maintain the balance here, if you're able to work with me here on walking away from what's not serving your flesh state of mind, walking away from troubled water, sailing away from a treacherous sea, then you'll be able to move this in the upright, and then therefore this new spiritual dominion start can therefore move on. Because right now you're stuck in this Two of Wands area and you're not quite sure which direction to take. Should I follow my emotions and not get out of it and try to 1611, try to see what happens there? Or should I just move on and see what else the Lord has for me, even though I'm scared? The Father of Lives. Wow, the Father of Lives. The Father of Lies is the principality of fear. The Father of Truth is the principality of light. Your burden is light when you're with Jehovah. Light, you can't feel it. It's incredibly contagious. It is excessive in this energetic current amount to where it never stops going, right? And then if you can positively react with it, it's just going to accelerate your spiritual growth. But all this is doing is holding you back here, Taurus, when this is just, look at, he's like, are you ready to get it? Look, you've got a little wheel here. And then if you think about juggling 3 wands, it's still this flow. And Jehovah's saying, are you ready to go with the flow with me or not? 1711 here. My goodness. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Aha. King of Wands here, Taurus. So, you know, whether you're divine masculine, divine feminine, someone's approaching in their King of Wands energy. This could also be your twin flame. Aries, Leo, Sag is definitely here and showing up at the end with you here, Taurus. This King of Wands is in the positive. He's incoming. Because if you see this here, look. Right, so here's you. Here's you, and you're upside down in your emotions. If you were to not be upside down in your emotions, let go of the baggage that's no longer serving you. We're just going to let go of it. We're going to hide it over here. Jehovah still's got these wheels going and juggling, and look at this King of Wands in their energy, whether they're feminine or masculine. Everybody has everything. This Aries, Leo, Sag possibly is looking towards you and how to make things work as well. Right? Because this is 3 and 6. And we already talked about ascension here with this brand new spiritual dominion and that 10, 10, 10, 11. So the King of Wands is looking at you like, okay, well, if you want to make things work, I want to make things work too. So this definitely very well could be your twin flame. I wouldn't put it past Jehovah because he loves to work twin flame through me because I have a very great understanding of it. So let's see what the secret card is. Aha, 9 of Wands. Oh my gosh. Wow, Jehovah. So 9 of Wands here. I mean, you know, in Rider-Waite, it's wounded warrior, right? Of course, that's how we study it. However, it's just this constant vicious cycle of always being stuck in the same thing because you're not learning your own damn lesson, right? It's like always, something's always attacking you. There's always something. You constantly are trying to fight yourself out of this victim mentality, or you have a victim mentality and you don't know and you're not aware of it, which is okay. We don't know what we're doing. That's why we have to learn. That's why we have to walk away from what doesn't serve us, right? So here you are having 9 of Wands now. And this is so funny because in this deck, in my Sun and Moon Tarot, not mine, I just own it, Sun and Moon Tarot deck, it's Hebraic. This goes back to this strength because you have so many of these wounds behind you, you know, technically with this wounded warrior. But I'm not picking up really this wounded warrior energy. Like, yeah, but you guys are both seeing it as twin flame here. Oh my goodness. So Taurus, you might have a twin flame here. whoever you inside yourself, more than anything, you are realizing like, yeah, I've been through all of that, and you're able to turn it into that 20 minutes right there on the clock. You're able to turn it into this inner and outer strength, which is what you've gotten here with. You understand you need to move on. You're ready to move on. You're ready to just leave what's not serving you anymore, because you're so tired of crying about it. You're so tired of not being able to move on. And this Nine of Wands, it's like you're just rising up in your power, and you're able to become more stronger to fuel this battery to continue going on, like the Energizer Bunny, right? And this Energizer Bunny, it's not going to stop for you. It's not going to stop for you, no matter which direction that you decide to balance yourself in and out of. And therefore, this is why mastering our emotions is so important, and what is required of us. Because once you master this emotions, I mean, you have full, fiery, passionate movement here, regardless, right? Let me move these down a little bit, you guys. Sorry. So you have all this fiery, passionate movement, and you have us telling you ending, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. But the only baggage here is the 3 cups that didn't work for you. Now, what if there's 2111? There's this one last cup that's coming, and it's still with your twin flame. How are you going to know, though, if you don't go knock on that door, right? If you don't go chase that opportunity down? Wow, Yehovah. All right, you guys. I'm going to see. For Taurus here, Yehovah. I need to put these back in the way that they came. Okay, Yehovah, can you clarify this 4 of Cups in the negative for me, please, for Taurus? Taurus, 4 of Cups in the negative. Secret card. So we'll put that right there. So funny how he works through me, y'all. All right, Yehovah, can you clarify this 4 of Cups, please? For Taurus. Taurus, 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups for Taurus. Yehovah, in the negative. For Taurus here. Wow. Oh, okay. Down and out, he said. Okay, so first card that comes out he wants to talk about is this 2 of Pentacles in the negative. So, and that makes sense because Taurus, if you're holding on to something too much, you're not going to be able to move on in the positive direction. And look, infinity's here. We've already talked about infinity, and Yehovah's just telling you, okay, you're just wasting time. What are you doing? Like, let's get the ball moving, especially because this is you. You're an earth sign here. So it's like, I want you to take this remorse 2311 that you have and change the avenue of this direction of this grief. Because when we're grieving, grief is love with nowhere to go. Okay. When we have love for somebody, we transact it out into the energies within the universe. Just like we're writing a check at the bank, and now we've sent it to this person's account for it to be accepted and to be cleared and to be withdrawn. So how is it any different when we're sending love to someone, no matter how the avenue or the chariot of love is given, right? And it doesn't get accepted, and it bounces back, and it's rejected. So that's what we automatically feel, is we feel this rejection. But nothing's going to change for you if one part of your heart space is feeling rejected, because then the rest is going to be rejected. And then it's going to clog. And then it's going to become shadows and burdens and trauma. And then you got to take this big fat spiritual shit, because nothing's going to work in your favor here, Taurus. So you really have to sit aside here and say, okay, I am my own problem. I need to change within here. And I cannot continue to honor my truest self, to follow my genuine heart space, to follow my genuine light, if I'm continuing to hold on to this emotional baggage that already happened. It already happened. And everything that you put so much work and time in for, all of the sinning that you did, everything, was it worth it now that you're sitting here in all this emotional baggage? You know? So we have 2 of Pentacles in the negative here. Change is being blocked. You are blocking the highest timeline for yourself. Now, I'll tell you why, because the world is here. This is the end of the tarot cycle before the Aleph comes in, the Fool, and a whole new start begins. And Jehovah's telling you, I have a whole new start for you, but you just have to get out of your own way. Your integrity is gone here in this situation. And in order to find your integrity back, in order to change this in the right direction, you have to drop everything that's not serving you. And all it is right here, Taurus, is this emotional baggage. I understand what it's like. I want to give you the biggest hug because it's just so easy. It's just, it's like, it's not easy. I mean, it's easier said than done, and absolutely it is. But when you start at it, if you start chipping away at a rock a little bit over time, it's going to be smaller. Otherwise, all you're doing is you're continuing to fuel the fire of it, and it's just lava-ing and drying, lava-ing and drying, lava-ing and drying over and over and over and over. Because look, the lava is right here, baby. Okay. So now the next card here is the Hierophant in the positive. Now this is great. This is a spiritual victory for me. However, this comes after the Emperor and the Empress, which is, you know, divine counterparts coming together to spiritually marriage. Now, here's your King of Wands, and he's in the upright. So it could be where he's balanced, he or she is balanced, and you are not balanced. But once the balance comes into play, the spiritual marriage can happen. However, you have to spiritually marriage with yourself first here, Taurus, you know, especially if you have this twin flame situation here. You don't want to be coming back to your twin flame if you're in separation, or you don't want to be working with this union here if you cannot even work with yourself truly on the inside, because what you're mirroring is also going to be what they're mirroring. And this is why so much conflict is caused, because there's no truth and there's no patience. There's no time allotted to just approach it from the truth and say, hey, this is where I'm feeling at. You have to have no transparency because you both are each other and you have to see through each other, right? Now, if your King of Wands is just a fire sign and he's not your twin flame, it's to this point where I feel like this King of Wands, he's looking at you. I keep getting that protective energy, this passionate protective energy. He knows that you're his person and he's waiting for you to get well. He's waiting for you to get better here. So now the next card here is this Three of Swords in the negative. So usually when this comes up in the positive here, it is because there's a third party situation, right? There's this emotional baggage here, which is definitely here. So there definitely could have been a third party situation here. However, I feel like it's just this vicious cycles going over and over and over, and you've allowed yourself to continue stabbing yourself in the heart because of these situations that you got put in with this King of Wands. It was a huge miscommunication, I feel, which is why this wounded warrior power comes over within this strength. And it's like 9 of Wands and 3 of Wands, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's a whole ending. That's 10 Wands. That's oppression over and over and over. And then there's the 2 of Wands, which we were talking about when we were channeling this 3 of Wands, right? So you have the 2 of Wands right here. You have the spiritual dominion. Well, your King of Wands is contributing their wand too, aren't they? So then you have 3 of Wands, which is right here. And then you have infinity right here. So this King of Wands, this fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or your twin flame. I use this as a twin flame card, which could be any sign. You'll know if it's resonating within your solar plexus chakra, if this is your twin flame or not. However, it's just your soulmate. It is your person. And this is completely balanced. And he's like, I've got the strength to give to you. I want to offer you the world here. I want you to drop away what's happened because it's no longer serving me either. Work with me here because I want to marry you. I want you to marry yourself. I want you to marry our Lord. I want you to marry me. Okay, now this 3 of Swords, it's like I'm walking away from this sorrow. I'm done being heartbroken. I just want to move on and love and be loved in return. So now I'm just going to go with all of these because that's what he said to come out with. So then here's your King of Cups in the negative. So here you are showing up, or your Taurus is, oh my gosh, well, maybe you're dealing with another Taurus, but your soulmate is, you know, King of Cups could also be this King of Wands where he's so passionately about you, or she is so passionately about you, and her heart is broken too. Their heart is broken too because they're ready to walk away from it too, right? You know, and there's this other cup, this 4 of Cups. Okay, here's this cup, and because you're denying it, it can't filleth over when it's not in the upright. Okay, Jesus is right here too. I count this as the Jesus card, and he's just telling you to have faith, and everything is going to work out in this positive victory for you with your King of Wands here. Okay, you might be dealing with someone who's a heavy drinker or walking away from addiction, who's in recovery. Yeah. Because they're also walking away, like I'm getting this, your person's in recovery from overflowing their cup in the positive. Like this is being clarified this way too, you know, and this is why you need strength to walk away from this third party situation here. You know, this spiritual dominion twice now with the 2 wands is channeling this spiritual marriage, and it's how to move forward in this spiritual marriage. So Taurus, you're really dealing with a passionate person here. So then we're just going to fill out the rest of these cards here, get the secret message, and then we're going to head out. I try to keep them around 30 minutes because I love you. I respect you and your time, but I can't put time on time. So the Hanged Man is here. So thank you, Jehovah, because Taurus, it's time to surrender. It is time to surrender, my friend. I am here for you. Jehovah Yeshua is here for you. And you yourself are here for you. How much longer do you want to be hanging here in limbo and trying to decide which way to go when Jehovah's telling you right here with the 4 of Cups? I have a cup to offer you. I have a really, really big cup to offer you. Do you want it or not? You know, 3111. Do you want it or not? Do you want to get well? And do you want it or not? Okay, I really feel like once you let go, you're going to be able to take this cup and you're going to be able to use it in your advantage towards your person here. This King of Cups, this King of Wands, because like I told you guys, the Hierophant comes after the Emperor, the Empress. And these 2 divine counterparts, they all 4 hold each queen and kings inside of them. And look at your counterpart is showing up with 2 kings here, right? And the Hierophant card is here. Yeah, I really feel like this person's rebalancing themselves too, and they're not. If you are dealing with your twin flame, it is very difficult to feel 100% balanced without your person, because you're not 100% without them. And it's like this huge spiritual test that I myself fight every single day, 3211, with my twin flame in separation as well. I want to get better, but I feel like I could do so much better if I was working together with him. But this is where we master our own emotions. We master our own behaviors that we can control. So now, oh my gosh. Well, Jehovah's really clarifying. Do you want this new cup or not? Seriously, do you want this new cup or not? Because both of you are sitting here pouting over what had happened, when really you both have 2 of Cups right here. Look at, well, more than that, honestly, this person's cup of love never stops for you. Never, ever stops for you. And look at, you're all not sure what to do. And he's like, okay, come on, babe. Come on, babe. 33 right there on the clock. Come on. Just surrender, because I can't be away from you much longer. And I don't want to come back to you and fuck this up again. This 3311, thank you, Jehovah. 3311. This separation has had to happen. It was necessary for you both to heal, for you both to surrender, for both of you to be able to come at a place of love and strength and patience and spiritualness instead of low vibrations, wands, passion, the father of lies down there fueling you, 3333, in your emotional space, right? Wow, so now we have 2, now this is 8 of Cups. You both don't want to walk away. You both have tried to walk away, and it's just something you cannot do. Let's see what else is here. Oh, yeah. You are his twinkle, twinkle, little star, baby. You are her twinkle, twinkle, little star, man. I feel this. It's like, okay, so first off, this is so spiritually guided. It's not even funny, because Jehovah's here. He's here the whole entire time anyway. But now we're dealing with this, you know, new air, really, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, on top of all of this fiery passion. I mean, everything is here, Taurus. You've got it all here. You just have to shift it a little bit and maintain this balance of your integrity here going forward to be able to move in the positive. And Jehovah's right here. You just completed this huge tower moment, which has broken your heart. The truth has been setting you free, because the tower is, if it doesn't get conquered, it goes down, and it just continues to go up and down, up and down. It continues to go up and down, you know? So I feel like you gotta, like, this is the tower right here. right? Just this, the whole brand new start, the change of going up and down in this direction. You have to cross this tower, which is always behind you. The tower comes before the star here, and then the star goes into the sun, which is Jehovah himself. It is the most positive card of the deck, and it is a victory. Jehovah is telling you, would you like to get well? Because your twin flame here has a whole life and marriage to offer you with each other. Okay, this is beautiful. Time to surrender. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Trust your gut. Go with your heart. Proceed with caution. But don't allow yourself to be stuck in any vicious cycle. If your person comes back or you guys get to be coming back together, trust your judgment. Make sure that your solar plexus chakra energy is resonating positively with you. If you come back to this situation and it still doesn't feel right, or it's just same patterns, it's not time. Let's see what this secret card is finally. Oh. Well, thank you, Jehovah, for having my back. Once again, Taurus, it is here. It is here, my friend. The overall truth, the judgment is coming to the light. It has been divinely guided. You guys are almost at this point of victory, and it's just like, as soon as this is the only true thing here is this thing here is this emotional baggage. Once this emotional baggage gets dropped, everything else is victorious. Everything else is moving forward. Everything else is walking away from what's no longer serving you, Taurus. So I hope this judgment comes and kind of wakes you up a little bit so you're able to take it in and really take this new cup that Jehovah's offering you. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 5 of Cups is right there. So you still got to make sure that you're not making the wrong choice with this cup being offered to you, like I just said. Yeah, Prince of Swords. Yeah, the era of the messenger of the truth, you know, Page of Swords. There's someone that wants to tell you things. There's someone that wants to communicate. There's just the energy of returning here to talk. Yeah, look at right now. There's the sun in the negative. It's not going to move forward in your direction right now if you can't do what Jehovah is asking of you until you master your emotions, head over heart, and think at it from a logic point of view here, which is what he's telling you. If you don't work at it logically, you're still going to be in this 5 of Cups energy here. Yep, 2 of Swords there. So you can have inner peace and balance moving on mentally together. One sword and his sword together. You know, proceed with caution and be on guard. Otherwise, you're going to be in this 9 of Swords energy, which is mental illness, which is what you've been in this whole entire time because you can't surrender. Yep, 7 of Wands there. Look at Ace of Swords there. As we just talked about, all of this swords finally coming in again. Thank you, Jehovah, for once again having my back. The truth will be set free, including inside of you, Taurus. And when it's set free, you are set free indeed. Yeah, look at 6 of Wands there. There's another victory with your twin flame or your soulmate, whoever this person is that you passionately, mutually feel towards. There he is, the Emperor. Oh my gosh, the cycle is ending with this death here, and that way this Emperor can go in the positive with you, Empress, or vice versa here. The Hierophant is on its way, 3811. Page of Swords, once again, here it is. You both need to talk. You both want to say the truth. You both just want to ground yourselves from the inside out. And it might be time soon. Jehovah's saying, are you going to take it or not? What are you going... You've contributed what you've contributed to this relationship. Now, what are you going to contribute moving on forward in the positive, in the utmost right position here? What is it? Oh, man. King of Wands. Guys, we have multiple confirmations out here. King of Wands, King of Wands. This is your person. Yeah, look at, here's the 7 of Pentacles right here. You're ready to make this investment. 3 of Wands, 9 of Wands right there. 6 of Cups returning home, wanting to tell the truth. It's time to return home to your person. Now we just have to follow Jehovah's judgment and figure out when. Take care of yourself. Hear yourself from the inside out and drop the 3 cups. The third party situation that puts you in this sorrow, this 3 of Swords. Drop it. It doesn't matter if it's even with your twin flame. Drop it. Drop it. What you have coming is going to be better than what you had before. I love you, Taurus. Wounds into light.